Cowboys Stadium here in Inglewood. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. At their own 22-yard line. Here's a 6-year man, Austin Eckler. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. This defense for the Chiefs, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. They'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. The Chargers at 8-1 on the year. Well, they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that that can ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
They run with a 4th-year man. This is Damian Harris. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to run one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Herbert, and he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Damian Harris hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take over here up near the 40. The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, what a battle this is within the division, because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
They'll run with the 3rd-year man, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelce. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen, 66 yards. And the Chargers have moved out in front. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, Can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Charger football to start quarter number 2. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down and 3 and out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one. That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now here's Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
His defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That line ends up going for 31.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
At the Chiefs' 29-yard line.
In motion right comes Allen. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. Touchdown! Gerald Everett, 26 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 25-yard line. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Moore. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The previous play went to the offense with a nice run, but that last play we just saw certainly went to the defense.
So you're keeping a little bit of a ledger there, aren't you?
Talent.
You know, somebody wins, someone loses. But you get the sense offensively, they're continuing to probe around, trying to find the runs that are going to work, and then they'll go to them consistently.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Butker's kick here is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Charger drive about to get going. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there into the hands of Ross. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Herbert back to the air. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
By Chris Jones. Taken down back at the 50-yard line.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
That pass complete to Moore. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down. And now it's 2nd and long. Now Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
They're certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
The Charger drive about to get going. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now a throw from outside the pocket, complete out left. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up second down. In motion left goes Allen. On second down, Eckler. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
On second and 11 now. Herbert. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the lead now 11, 24-13. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Mahomes now on first down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on is not.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Here's Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Catch is made by Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. 20, 10, 5. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. That is Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return.
Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
From the 44, Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. 2nd and 2.
Now here's Mahomes. He completes it to Beckham. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
First and goal, Kansas City.
Now it's Mahomes again. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try to throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Second down and goal. Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Sky Moore with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Mahomes will throw for it. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they hope to polish things off. And what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Allen, the man in motion left. Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Chargers first down.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but from both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive linemen, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they take a knee.
Let's go.
And they'll indeed take a knee. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. And they will take a knee here.
So not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars, what's the top gear you can get in.